This is the doing of the Lord. My eyes have seen the goodness of the Lord. I can't explain His mercies every day. Testimonies all around. This is the doing of the Lord.
As a firstborn, every child of God is born as firstborn, spiritually. When you read in the book of Exodus chapter 4 verse 22, God says, Israel is my firstborn. Israel is my firstborn. And the firstborn must get firstborn's blessings. You remember the story of Jacob and Esau. There was a time where they were fighting. Jacob was fighting to become a firstborn, but Esau was a firstborn by birthright. But Jacob was fighting to become the firstborn, and the firstborn must get firstborn's blessings. So nobody become a firstborn by just birthright, but you become a firstborn by fighting. Because if you are not ready to fight, there are people that will take your place. If you are not ready to fight for firstborn's blessings, there are people who will rob you your firstborn's blessings. Just like Esau, who sold his birthright to his younger brother Jacob, and Jacob ended up taking or receiving firstborn's blessings. So if we must become the firstborn, and if we must receive firstborn's blessings, we must be ready to fight, because each and everyone want to receive firstborn's blessings. There are people who are supposed to be the lastborns, but they are occupying the position of firstborns because the firstborns are not ready to fight and defend their birthrights. So I'm here to say to us that we must fight to receive firstborn's blessings. We must fight to sit at our positions, because the people who don't know how to fight, they are making their generation and their nation to suffer. You remember when Rebecca was feeling pain when she was pregnant. The Bible says that she went and inquire of the Lord. She went and asked of the Lord, from the Lord, that I feel the pain. What am I living for if I will live like this? And the Lord said to her that you are carrying two nations. The younger one will be stronger than the older one. So when you check here, the older one was Esau and the younger one was Jacob. So Jacob, he knew that if I don't fight, it means my generation is going to suffer. That's why he will make sure that he get the birthright. He made sure that he got the firstborn's blessings, because he knew the power of the firstborn's blessings. The people who don't see themselves as a nation, they take the decisions that will cause their generation. Because Esau thought that being a firstborn is just like he never valued of becoming a firstborn. That's why he ended up selling his birthright to his younger brother. And he has costed his generation, because it was supposed to be the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. But now it is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because Esau sold his birthright. So the people who must receive the firstborn blessings are people who see themselves as nations, not as individuals. Because when you see yourself as individual, you will take the decisions that are selfish. You take selfish decisions, because if Esau knows, or if Esau knew that he is a nation, he should not have sold his birthright. But because he saw himself as individual, he ended up selling his birthright. The people who see themselves as nations, they don't take the decisions without thinking of their generation. I know that there are a lot of people who are living anyhow. They don't know that they are a nation. I'm here to say to you that you need to make sure that you fight for firstborn's blessings until you receive them. Jacob did not become the firstborn by just mere wishing, but he became the firstborn by fighting. So there are a lot of people who are born to be great, but they will die small because they don't want to fight. I've said to our ministry last Sunday while I was preaching that if you are not ready to fight, you will be robbed what belongs to you. Because nobody receives firstborn blessings by wishing, but you receive firstborn blessings by fighting. So I'm here to encourage you that fight until you receive the firstborn blessings. They are your firstborn blessings. Make sure that you are not robbed your firstborn blessings. Make sure if you are an Esau, make sure that Jacob does not steal your blessings. Fight for your blessings. Jacob was a fighter.
This is the doing of the Lord. My eyes have seen the goodness of the